Hey guys, welcome back to another Spec Egg adventure. Today we're going to get started on a project that I've had in mind for a long time now. Today we're going to be swapping the carpet as well as the dash over to a black interior. The first thing I'm going to do is most likely remove the top just so that everything on the inside, when I need to take it out, it's going to be a lot easier to come out. So we're going to go ahead and take the top off and the seats off, and then I'll check back in with you guys afterward. I actually went ahead and removed the top trim here and also the side trims on either side because that kind of holds in the dash at the side right here. So these pieces have been removed, and then I think the next thing we're going to do is start to kind of remove these trim pieces, like these little caps here on the side. And then essentially we're going to start moving in on the dash and taking out the bolts and stuff like that to pull out the dash. I went ahead and removed these little trim pieces around the dash. And then beneath there's like a bolt or two if it's on the center console that holds those onto the dash. So I removed those. And then there's one up here too. As you can see, there's been quite a bit of progress. First things first, the radio. Radio is out. I had a really hard time trying to get this out, but thanks to Tommy, we were able to pull it out. Even with, you know, like the whole hanger method, even with like these picks, things like that, it still didn't really work. So what we ended up doing was taking out the glove box, since the glove box needs to be removed anyways. So I removed the glove box and then found out that there was some access here that you can like kind of stick your hand and you can kind of visually see through there how the clips were being held back here for the radio. So we were able to kind of pry this out over here. I do have like a single din with a copy box. So I was able to kind of pull this cubby box out, and then once the cubby box was out, it kind of exposed the space over here. So since these two areas were more clear, we were able to kind of look behind and stick a hand behind and then pull the entire radio out. And then over here, the underside of the steering column, all the plastic panels, as well as the fuse cover has also been removed. Went ahead and disconnected the hood release. And then I think the next thing we're gonna do is go ahead and disconnect the gauge over here. I'm going to go ahead and disconnect that because that needs to go as well. And then I think the next step is to start disconnecting some of the connectors that are down here under the steering column, as well as the connectors that are under the glove box. The steering wheel will need to come out, so as you can see down here, the little grommet cover has been removed, and we're going to go ahead and take out the airbag and then the steering wheel. Alright, the dash is out. Look at all the wiring. We had to drop the steering column. There were actually some like aftermarket wiring, like this, for example. That's from like my aftermarket alarm system. So we had to cut off a lot of zip ties and other things, like this black box right here. We had to kind of move things around a little bit in order to drop the steering column, but that's done with. Here's the quick comparison between the black dash up top and the tan dash on the bottom. As you can see, the black dash is missing some stuff that I'll need to remove and put on the black dash from the tan one. One of the things that I definitely want to transfer over is my Vin badge. So I'll need to kind of drill out those rivets and then take that and put it on over to the black one up here. So I want to show you guys something hilarious. Originally, I was thinking about just, you know, taking apart the tan dash and then just throwing the black dash back on the car. But now what we actually ended up doing after taking a closer look at the black dash was that the black dash, the beam, the support beam, the frame, is actually a lot more rusted than the one that's on my tan dash. If you can see, that one was kind of like reddish brown, and this one is like very much silver, so clean.
You're missing these brackets.
And it's also missing a lot of these extra brackets, especially because I have like a bow system on the car and I would like to keep that. And then miscellaneous tidbits here and there that's already on this one. So what we ended up doing actually was dismantling literally the entire dash. You can see like all the skins are apart, and I didn't really need to do this, but it was because I was having a hard time like taking apart the airbag system. So literally dismantled the entire dash, and now I have to reassemble the entire dash. Tommy has the airbag over there. So that's the progress right now. Everything is literally taken apart, so we're gonna start putting together the essentials and the stuff I want to keep back onto the black dash. It's almost 8 o'clock and it's been like a few hours now, and we finally swapped over everything we need from the tan to the black dash. Alright, it's a new day, and since everything's out, we're now gonna go ahead and remove the tan carpet. Yay! The carpets are all out. Turns out the carpet actually runs under this whole HVAC system. Like, it literally goes like all the way inside, and you can kind of see like there's a little bracket here that holds the carpet behind it. So I didn't really want to mess with the HVAC system, so what I ended up doing was cutting it right at the top here. I did something similar with the black one so that when I install it, I can just kind of slip it right underneath the HVAC system. Because of the placement at which it's cut, you probably can't even see it after the dash has been installed, so it's all good now. Ta-da! Carpet is in very, very nice condition, if you can tell. Ooh, there's my mallet. So I don't have any black Christmas tree clips, so I'm just rocking my tan ones that I have for now. I'm gonna go order some, and then the interior should be all black. But you know, even with the tan ones, they actually look kind of cute right now. Next step would be to start putting in the dash. Alright, it's like super late right now, but Tommy and I finally wrapped it up. And one of the things I learned is that if you're going to be putting in the dash, bolting it on, I would suggest not putting the steering column up prior to bolting it, rather to bolt the dash in before you pull up the steering column, because after you put in the steering column, then essentially it bolts down the dash and the dash becomes heavier as well. So yeah, I would say once you put in the dash, you should be bolting it up, and then you can sort out your wiring and steering column and other stuff. So yep. All right, so the black interior is finally in. There are still like a few tan pieces that I haven't yet sourced that I need to reuse on the car just for convenience sake. So come over here, I'll show you guys. So as you can see, what the fuck do you call this? This like back tray area, the carpet is black, the interior carpet is black, and then also the dash is black. Those were kind of like the main items that obviously required a lot of work, right? That I wanted to change out first. And then there are still some additional tan pieces here and there, including the center console, the steering column panel here, and a few clips here and there that are still tan. It's not that big of a deal. Those are just items that I will eventually need to source in order to completely transform this car into an all black interior. But the big ticket items are done, right? So this is kind of how it looks like. I think it looks really nice. I really like it. The black carpet that I switched in was actually a super nice condition, very, very like well kept. So it actually makes the car look like much newer. And then obviously I personally prefer the black over the two-tone for my car because of my aftermarket like modifications. It's a little bit loud in terms of color, so I wanted to kind of dim out the interior to kind of complement the more loud exterior colors, right? So that's kind of how it looks right now. Let me know what you guys think. I personally really like the conversion, and I hope you guys do too. Thank you very much for watching, and stay tuned for more spaghetti adventures. Bye!